Hello everyone, I'm Brian Dragon, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. A brand new day. Carrying on. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth to all four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to all of these girls. Alright? I found something is different this time. This time? Has this happened before? My head hurts a little bit. I will make my own good fortune and not let anything try to take it away from me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I'm dreaming again, the same dream. I hear a voice. You are doing great, you can change, I will help you. Never forget what you need to do. I will help you remember. I wake up. My head hurts a bit. I take some painkillers to kill the pain. I get up and get ready for school. Wait for me, you meanie! Oh, there she is. I waited for over an hour in front of her house. She didn't answer her doorbell. She didn't even answer her cell phone either. I decided to start walking and now she shows up. I think next time I'm just going inside. Waking up is just so hard. Sometimes I just stare at the window and think to myself, why even make the effort? If you want, I'll come into your room and wake you up every morning. How about that? Ew, gross! Fingers as much trying to be helpful, and that's the thanks I get. Are you ready to go? I've been waiting for an hour, so I guess so. Are you sure you are awake? Yes, I'm awake as Patrick! Alright, let's go into school. Sayori is acting strange. We both went to school and we barely make it on time before the gates close. Club time already. Yay, I hope for more cupcakes. If it's a daily thing. Hi again, Brian. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. I won't make the same mistakes like last time, Monika. Last time? What last time? Monika looks flustered and leaves. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. I look around to see what everyone is doing. Monika and Sayori are in a deep conversation about something. Yuri is engrossed in a book. I decide to walk by the closet to see what Natsuki's up to. Arrgh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Are you looking for something in there? Freaking Monika! Always messing around with my stuff and never putting it back where it belongs. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki starts a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga, sweet. You mean... let's try that again. You read manga, right? Hell yes I do. Manga is life. How did you know? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. I should stop reading manga before I go to bed. It looks like the ink is getting stuck on my face when I fall asleep on it. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sighting in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. I wonder if it's like Sailor Moon, but with desserts? That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or freaking awesome. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points from the classroom door. No way in hell I'm judging. I've read stuff you wouldn't imagine a person like me would read. Yeah, I read manga Shakespeare and manga classics. Oh, and Vinland Saga. Hold that thought. Okay, carrying on. What am I saying? It was the tone of your voice! Am I not enthusiastic enough? But I'll tell you one thing, Brian. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Atsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ooh. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's Mo to the extreme. Don't just stand there! Huh? Nazuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. This is the first time I'm coming out of the closet. There will be more times. Could have been a better way to write that. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She passed on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable or my lap? I sit on the floor. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You'll make me feel weird about it. Atsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Nothing weird about it to me. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either, but I think of it more of a plus than a minus. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's a bunch of... Ugh! Let's run it again. It looks like it's about... Ugh! Let's run it again. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Kind of reminds me of the silliness of what some of the older magical girl mangas I read had. Not that I read that kind of stuff. Cough, cough. Yeah. Yeah, I bet. So, what should I expect from this? Isn't there going to be plot? Well, obviously, you think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? Well, if people enjoy Steven Universe... Of course not! Well, I guess I know what you're saying. Oh, wait, of course not. Of course I know what you're saying, and all of this beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. Well, that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. It's not so. Glad to hear it. It sounds like you really know what you were talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Oops. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. For God's sake! Oh, and this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah! Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious, since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence! I just happened to get in let's run it again. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga! Like, I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Ah ha ha! Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, CG? As I've learned they're called. We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with it. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Oh god, I just had a glass of orange juice when I came in from my walk. Why is this happening again? So quickly? 'Cause you're not rub it in? Jeez! Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I've already had a hard time trying to find any friends who can understand me for that. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. I need it safe here in the club room. Well, from what I understand about her dad, post-Monica interference is an abusive father, in contrast to the pre-interference father is a stern but absent guy who dislikes manga. Said Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I can't just run, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? And if you ever have any... And if you ever have any problems, you can talk to me, okay? I'm your friend too, Natsuki. Really? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that, and being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Natsuki. Huh? Can you come over here really quick? Sayuri and I need to speak to you about a few things for club activities. Oh, come on! Could your tongue be any worse? Sorry, it won't take too long. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Oh, wrong voice. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I closed the book and headed towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Sure I do. Well, don't be a dummy. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course! It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets spent, I'll kill you! By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. We should be able to finish this and hopefully have time to speak to Natsuki tomorrow about this. Alright, Lynn, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. While Natsuki is working with the other girl, Zuri approaches me. Thanks for keeping your promise, Brian, and coming back to the club. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga. Manica. Monokanga. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's try that again. Motherfucker! Manga is literature! Damn straight. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Come on, Natsuki, let's talk about manga some more. Natsuki refers... Let's try that again. Natsuki refuses to speak to me for now. Guess I will talk to her later about it then. I forgot to ask if she likes Sailor Moon. Don't worry, guys! Brian always gives us best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. So Yuri, that's because your room is messy. I'm surprised you crawl out of that pile every morning. And you almost set your house on fire once. Luckily, I was able to put it out. I didn't know you could burn water. What the fuck? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Brian can become good friends too? Sayori? That would be nice. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into, or she's a genius. I'll thank her later. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? No. Wrong voice. Not really. Don't be shy! It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Excuse me. I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue you in this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't let's try that again. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Isn't that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is, how isn't this girl so cute without even trying? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Thank you, Yuri. I'll definitely read it. I take the book from Yuri's supple dictionary time. Let's see here. Supple. Supple, bending and moving easily and gracefully. Flexible, her supple fingers. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Well, guess I should start reading. About in 10 seconds, Yuri looks up at me. Where's the sound? It's only been a few seconds since I sat down in my seat. What's wrong? Our eyes make contact. Oh, sorry. It looks like Yuri is reading the same book as she gave me. Hey, isn't that the same book you gave me? Oh, it was on sale, so, yeah, I thought it would be a good thing to get too. Alright? Well, I kinda want to know what it's about. Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Oh, so this is cool. So it combines two of the routes. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. How can someone make something that dark? That's kind of... Ah ha ha. Yuri gently giggles. Those eyes... There's nothing gentle about them. Yuri gently giggles and then starts laughing uncontrollably suddenly. Yeah, that makes fits more with the eyes. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Brian? Well, it's not a bad thing, I guess. Well, no, I mean, I've read a few books like that. That's not even close to the truth. Kinda like manga. She's acting kinda strange. Maybe it's her eyes? Oh, yeah, it's her eyes. She has pretty eyes, hello. Indeed she does. It's just that those kind of stories can challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone... Let's try that again, without a yawn interrupting. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm not rambling, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. I'm kind of thinking that I'm hearing a lot of this from before. Oh, don't worry, don't apologize. I'm kind of into this book now. Oh? Well, that isn't the truth. Well, I guess it's alright then. Excuse me. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. Keep talking. Keep talking. I can hear you ramble for days. Oh? Okay. No, that just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. I can listen to you forever. It's a literature club after all. That's... Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Didn't you want to talk about it more? I guess. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I snip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry? I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It almost feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. And I believe I'll save here. That's all for today, everyone. I'm Brian Croydragon, signing out. Stay Shrey!